Good morning everyone. I'm back with a part 2 of my culture shock series. You guys seem to like it, so I thought I may as well finish off my culture shock list. It's the morning, so my brain is not properly working yet. First though, I'm gonna make some matcha because I don't actually own one of those whisks yet. I do it the cheats way, which I don't know if it's an actual method or something. I don't think it is. I think maybe I accidentally invented it because I'm lazy. But all I do is I get the matcha of my choice. And so I've got the matcha in my bottle and I fill it up. Maybe just about that much. Put the lid back on. And look, it mixes it perfectly. And then I just fill the bottle with water. Perfect. Anyways, that's besides the point. That might have been a bit boring. Sorry for everyone watching that. The first culture shock that I'm going to talk about in this video is the hand towel culture here. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but here in Japan, everyone carries around a small hand towel. When you go to a public restroom, and in the restroom, there will not be a hand dryer or there will not be any paper towel. So you need to have a small hand towel with you. So I have a few. This one's actually from one of my friends. So cute. Thanks, Mimi. So if you come to Japan, I highly recommend you buy a small hand towel because there'll be lots of times where there will be nowhere to dry your hands in public toilets. I would like if someone could in the comments explain to me where people will use the hand towels to wipe sweat off their face after you wash your hands at the toilet, but then if you use it to wipe your face, aren't you putting like toilet germs on your face? I don't know, it kind of like wigs me out. So please let me know in the comments below what the thought process is behind that, because I don't understand. The second one I want to talk about today is something I struggle a lot with here. So I love going to restaurants and I love going to izakaya. There's one thing I really am not good at doing here, and that is shouting at the waiters. I cannot for the life of me get used to what I would call the sumimasen struggle. I mean, it depends on the restaurant you go to, but a lot of places you'll get seated at a table and you might have to call the waiter over. So in Australia, you would just make eye contact with a waiter, or after 5 or 10 minutes, they'll just automatically come to your table. But here, you usually have to call the waiter over, like I said before. You literally have to shout, "Sumimasen," like that. And I can never do it. If I'm with someone else, I will get them to do it because I'm too scared. I feel like it's a bit, I don't know, it feels rude to me, like, because you'd never do that in Australia. And having been a waitress, if a customer did that to me, I would be pretty shocked and I wouldn't know what to think. But it seems very normal here, and everyone just either says "Sumimasen" like that, or just literally shouts their order. Like, it's kind of crazy, and I don't know how they keep track of everything in restaurants and stuff. But it's pretty impressive. So that's the second thing. the struggle of shouting in restaurants. I can't wrap my head around that one, honestly. The third one is, I don't know, it's probably, this one's another summer related one, is just something I've noticed as someone who loves ice cream. In Australia, me and my family would buy tubs of ice cream for the family. And actually, when I lived in my share house in Australia too, I would buy tubs of ice cream because I love ice cream. I really love ice cream. You might be thinking, we have tubs of ice cream here in Japan, don't we? And yes, you do have tubs of ice cream here in Japan, but they are very small. The normal ice cream tub size in Australia is 2 litres. And I have found that it is very hard to find a 2-litre tub of ice cream here in Japan. I could eat a 1-litre tub of ice cream in one sitting, especially if I'm on my period, right? It's my favourite snack. So that was a little bit shocking for me when I went to supermarkets and I couldn't find like a good sized tub of ice cream, especially because in Australia you can get a 5-litre tub of ice cream if you want. So that was definitely a big shock for me, but it is very good for dieting. It's good if you want to control yourself, because I know if I have a tub of ice cream in my freezer, it is very hard to control myself. I will eat a bowl of ice cream every night if there is ice cream in my freezer. So, But maybe I'll add in one more that I thought was really funny, because I was talking to a student yesterday and she went on an exchange to Australia, and she mentioned something to me that I'd never even thought about, but now I think about it, it's pretty crazy. So I don't know if this is like reverse culture shock, because it wasn't a shock, it was just like, wow, this is so practical, I love this. It's the way the buses work here in Japan. So in Australia, when you ride the bus, you are not guaranteed to get to where you want to go on time. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, because you're like, what's the point of public transport if it's not on time then? Yeah, I don't know either. But sometimes I would be waiting at a bus stop for like 20 minutes after it's supposed to come, and it will not have come yet. And sometimes I just don't even arrive. What? That's so weird, isn't it? And I guess because I just grew up with that kind of system, I never really never thought about it. If I have somewhere to go and I need to be on time, I'm not going to catch the bus. But here in Japan, the buses are always on time. Always on time. And it's fantastic. And it's not just the fact that they're on time. It is the fact that inside the bus, there is a little screen, and it tells you exactly where the bus goes, what the next stop is, and how much it costs. That's so good. We don't have that in Australia. So if you don't know the bus route very well, you have to check on Google Maps to make sure you get off at the right bus stop. In the buses in Japan, the bus driver will call out the station name when you're about to arrive. They don't do that in Australia, so you don't actually know where you are. And the other thing is, bus stop names in Australia do not have names like they do in Japan. So for example, in Japan, you'll have a bus stop called, I don't know, Ekimae or Shiyakushomae, which means like in front of wherever you are. And so you know kind of why the bus is stopping there and what is around that area. And that is so practical, especially if you don't know the area very well. But in Australia, you just have numbers, literal numbers. It'll just be 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. It's just numbers, so you don't even know what's around the area. Oh, there's one more thing about buses, and this is funny. When we were talking about buses, she said to me, in Australia, you have these weird buses. They're like 2 buses that are connected in the center. And I don't know how else to explain this, so I'm just gonna put a photo in here. But in Australia, these kind of buses are very normal. Like, especially during rush hour or really busy times, you will see these buses everywhere. And I guess if you've never seen them before, they can be kind of freaky looking. They do look like caterpillars or something. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for tuning in to my part 2 of culture shocks that I've experienced here in Japan. Like I said in my last video, let me know if there are any topics you want me to talk about, anything that interests you, because I really want to, I don't know, build a nice little community here on YouTube and get to know you guys better. So please leave some more comments. I really enjoy reading them and hearing from you guys. It makes me so happy. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, and have a lovely day. Sending good vibes to you, and yeah, see you next week. Mwah.